Good morning. How's it going? Good. Good. Nice. Okay, so you had a nice introduction from Bridge about open source contribution, and we'll give you a brief introduction about bot. Our idea was less PPT and do real coding, right? So we're going to cut short the talky stuff with the introduction, and then we'll jump into coding probably in second. So out of this group, how many of you already built some sort of bot? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and you built using?
It was basically a RTM bot for Slack.
Okay, Slack. Okay, and
I use Amazon Lex and Lambda.
Amazon. Somewhere here, somebody raised their hand.
Bot builder.
Bot builder, Azure, nice. Microsoft guy, so no question. So, and how many of you already kind of used bot? In anywhere, everywhere, right? Okay. So you all know that without probably bot is the current big thing in terms of UX, in the sense how you interact with the user interactively, right? Not just the boring stuff, right? So in the interest of time, let me give you a quick introduction about evolution of bot, where we were in UX, and then how we evolved into bot, right? So that you know the history, geography, whatever, and then we'll talk about a little dissecting bot, like what really bots are made of. Okay, and then how some fancy samples and things like that. Okay, and here, since we talk about this is a Python community, I know I'm not going to ask you how many of you are really good in Python. I know everybody is good in Python. How many of you use JavaScript? I'm not going to ask about Node. JavaScript, right? Okay, great. Because there's not many hands for Node, right? So because having JavaScript experience helps understanding the current framework we have, which is built on top of Node, so that we can build in Python quickly and easily. Okay. So, what are bots? Right? Probably you might have used reservation bot, or weather bot, or schedule bot, whatever. Right? So, bot, in a nutshell, is a new way of interacting with an application. Right? Like not just with a human, interacting with an application where you get things done real neat and clean. No fancy, no banner, no logo. You get what you want. That's it, pretty much. That's what everybody really wants it, right, these days. And that's like, I would like to search for a restaurant. That's it. That's what you want. You want to know. You want to get information from bot is list of restaurants. You don't want from the bot like a fancy 100 KB of data transferred from server to your client with the logos, some JavaScript, some validation, some disclaimer and all that, right? Nothing. You want a list of restaurants, you get it, right? That's the objective. And that is where this is going to work in not only your website, all your mobile devices, and primarily where you use your day in, day out where you work, right? Like Facebook, Skype for business, Skype, right? Basically, you're going to use existing channels, right? You're not going to invent a new channel to talk to your application. You're going to make use of what your enterprise already having it. Slack or Skype for business, Facebook, Google, SMS, email, whatnot, right? So that is the beauty of using bot in enterprise or for your business, right? So how did we get there, right? Command line, right? Python folks all might be familiar with command line. So our human journey of interacting with computer started with command line, right? Command line is still powerful. Command line is still used in many areas, but that's where we started, right? Using computer with command line, right? And with command line, specifically, you have to interact with the computer with the language computer knows, not the language, not the way you want to interact. You have to know the commands, you have to know the switches, you have to know the classes, whatnot, right? Otherwise, we'll give you some crazy output. And then if you do something really mistake accidentally, I've seen many people delete an entire root directory in your OS, right? So it's really sensitive. And you need to know how you're going to, when you're going to play around with command line, right? There are a lot of pros and cons, but in making your end user interacting with a computer, interacting with an application, definitely command line is not an idea at all these days, right? But that's where we started. And it's extremely powerful, and it gets right what you want, but if you know the right commands. There are a lot of chances that you get messed up if you don't issue a right command. Sorry. And then we started with menus, like this, right? And I'm not showing incidentally the max menu, but it's just there in the slide, okay? So you have got menus, select from the options, and then options like this, 1 levels, 2 level, 3 level, and I've seen even in Windows you have got like 5 levels of menus. You just have to navigate, and here you need to know what you're looking for is really exactly where it is, right? It will not even probably need to find help, or you need to know where it is. Like in Word or Excel, for that matter, right? Like say if you want to do some sort of a VLOOKUP or some sort of graph, or you have to know where is exactly that particular data tab is there. You have to know. That's something you all know already. And then from menus, we jumped into website. Again, further we made the complex thing further complex, right? And websites like this, our Office 365 portal. If you want to find something, then you need to know where it is. Probably many times we might have used Control F in most of the websites, right? And that is how we get into a particular menu, particular button, or whatever. So basically our interaction with the computer from command line to menus to website. That's what they're called. But now, actually very difficult to find something in a website. And thanks to Bing and Google, probably it will at least give you the exact page what you're looking for, right? But had it been the case that there is no search engine, then you need to find out what is there in the website. Good luck. Probably you might not go to use your website at all, right? So why now, right? Why now? Why bots now? Anybody can give some generic answer? Why bots are really important now? Because of what? User intuitiveness? Because, yeah, go ahead.
Basically, it helps us do our tasks more easily, sort of to assist us.
Exactly. Another interesting fact is, from a large screen to 14-inch, now we are ending up with 6.2 inch, 5.2 inch, whatever, right? So our screen size is reduced a lot over a decade, right? And then we want to achieve more. And then we don't have really space, real estate in your small screen for all sort of command line, all sort of menus, file level menus, or putting in a large website. I know that all the websites now we have a design which will automatically render specific content in a mobile friendly page, but even then it's kind of difficult, right? So basically our screen size reduced, and predominantly the way we interact is also changed, right? When is the last time you called somebody for a New Year wish, and then compared with sending a WhatsApp message, right? So probably, when is the last time you have written an actual long email to your colleague, right? You go to Teams or you go to Skype for Business, just ping him. Get things done there, rather than sending an email with read receipt and then all this kind of rules and all that, right? So those era is slowly going away because new gen is really the way we interact with computers completely changed with mobile devices, with social media, with all that eventually brought bot in the need, right? Say you want to use bot for talking to your friend, why not, you're going to use instant message to talk to your friend, why not use bot, similar technology to interact with your business application, right? That is the need. And moving forward, the bot's going to really play a key role on your day in, day out. Like say if you go to Flipkart, if you go to Amazon, or any e-commerce site, right? Pretty soon, you will have bot will interact with you, take an order for you, and then deliver something to you. That's it, right? And without no drama, right? And these bots will work with your Facebook, will work with whatever message you have, messenger you have, right? Like Facebook already started supporting bots. Pretty soon you will have it in all these social platforms like WhatsApp. Probably pretty soon we will have, right? So that's a real need, right? If you are an application development portfolio, your job today, you're developing a business application for your enterprise, for your startup, definitely you will end up in developing a bot for your customers, for your company pretty soon, right? That's a real need, and then that's a need of the hour as well, and that's how bots are really taking over, right? See, today you came ground floor, you checked in, correct? It's pretty much a rudimentary job. Do you really need a person sitting there and making you the right person, making you the registry? Pretty much not necessary, right? Actually, a few months back we built a bot to check in for the communities,
Yeah.
right? Our team build a bot so that when you make a registration in Meetup, we'll ask you to upload a photograph, and then simple or commercially available software, no fancy thing, a simple Windows tablet and Windows phone, Windows device. You go check in yourself with the help of bot. It will take your picture, validates with the picture we already done, and then allows you to give you a pass to get into the room. Pretty much this is really simple task these days for a bot, allowing you to check in. It's pretty simple, and you can get this done without any fancy algorithm, without fancy computing behind the scene. All you need to do is use some cloud power behind the scene, cognitive power behind the scene will help you. Yeah.
So, I mean, why are you calling this application a bot? I mean, this is a simple application that's doing some validation at the background.
If you're talking about the
yes,
check-in,
the check-in.
the beauty is you can have this. We don't have any other user interfaces. Okay, we have a Skype for Business application running, and then we don't have anything else. We don't have a browser. We don't have an application installed. Nothing. I can have this application up and running in any Skype for Business bot. I'll show you how bot you can hook it with your Skype for Business, right? With any channel. We call it as a channel. You build a bot as an application. See, bot itself is an application. There is really nothing behind the scene, right? But the beauty is you can make it working seamlessly with existing channels. That's the idea. Okay. That is what people wanted to do, right? So when you want to build an application for your business, they don't want to really bookmark your website or download an exe and then start running. Those days are over, right? They want to search a bot in the directory, start interacting with it. It's an application behind the scene which is available on your end user's channel. End users could be Facebook, end user could be email, SMS, whatever. Your application is available via a bot for your user. Make sense? Pretty much, in the past, it's your job to figure it out the computer, right? Your application, your command line, all that, you have to know what your computer knows. And you have to talk to the computer in the language it knows. And with the power of cognitive and bot, let's make the computer figure it out. That's a key thing, right? Bot, I'll show you a demo as well. You don't need to even type, you can talk to a bot. Not talk in the commands, like open this, open that, nothing. You can talk in your own language, in the sense own schematic English. Then it can understand what you're talking and then can extract, give you the result what you want. We will see that what are the different things behind the scene is there to help you in Azure.